Perfect. All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. We are going to be starting and kicking off this foundations training. Shout out to you guys for being here. First thing in the morning, bright and early. I'm going to share my screen with you. Oh, guys, SPX fell. Yay. Trust your analysis. Yay.
Yes. Wait, who said that SPX? You said that SPX?
Nah.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I'm not confident like that with SPX. I'm gonna leave that one to y'all. I took my own chance, and I was in the deficit for a little bit, so I'm gonna hold that one. I'm gonna hold it.
You should have sent that out. Family could have ate with you.
Right, you're right. We working on the confidence. We working on it.
I got you.
But let me share my screen. Let me open up my MetaTrader here. Boom, boom. Zoom. Start broadcast. Cool. Let me make sure I got that dealt with. All right, family. So here we go. We are on the MetaTrader 4, right? This is the app where we trade off of, where we enter into our trades to. This is literally where all the signals or all the trade ideas, this is where they come. When they come in, we will be entering them into this app here. Okay, this is where we make our money. This is where we connect our accounts to our broker. And this is where we're able to deposit and withdraw. All right. So first off, I'm going to show you guys how you can open up a demo account. Now you can do this two ways. Now you can do this the very quick and easy way, where you literally just go to your MetaTrader 4, right? You go here to open a demo account, and you're going to tap that, right? And then you're going to type in KOT or whatever broker you are using. The majority of us are using KOT. If you do have a different broker, then by all means, search up the broker that you are using so you can get accustomed to their spreads and accustomed to the pairs that they have, or however they, how they move their pairs. But I use KOT, so we're going to search up KOT. And as we see, KOT demo pops up right here. Cool. Now, what you want to do is you want to put in your name. Got to be a minimum of 6 characters, R-E-E-S-E-Y, V-C. You put in your phone number. Guys, that is not my phone number. And you put in your email. If you do it this way, you have the option of doing it correctly and then screenshotting it and saving it so that when you get logged out, you can log back in. However, I don't track my demo accounts like that. So you could also put anything random as well just to open it up, all right? Your leverage, you're going to actually push it down to 1 to 400 or 1 to 300. You can leave it at 1 to 500 if you want. You're going to get the max leverage out of it. Just understand that because of the economic times that we're sitting in right now, the markets are a little volatile. There's a little bit more movements. So if you want to save yourself just a little bit, you can put it down to 1 to 400 or to 1 to 300, okay? And then your deposit size, because we want to make it realistic, you can drop it down to 3,000, right? You hit register. You screenshot this as well. Like I said, if you get logged out and you want to log back in, you screenshot this and save it so that you can log yourself back into the account, and then you hit done. And boom, here we are on the quotes page, all right? Now, before I get into the quotes page, the other way that you're actually able to go in and create a demo account is if you if you log into your broker. I'm just gonna use KOT because that's what I use, right? You go into your broker, you're gonna go onto a tab that says accounts, and you're gonna be able to create account, and then there's going to be an option for KOT demo, right? Now, when you do that, you will have the same options that we just had right here, which was the leveraging and the amount you want to start with. The difference is when you go online and do it directly from your KOT account, you will be able to now change your account size. I think it's up to anything as small as $100 or $50, one of the two, right? So you could actually make it even more realistic to the amount that you decide to start to trade with, okay? And then it's the same thing. You're going to get that trader password. You're going to get the login, the username, and you're going to get an email to your accounts where now you can copy that information, the login, the username, the password, and bring it to, and do the same thing right here, right? You come back, you bring it to your KOT, open up a demo account, you open up demo, I lied, sorry. It's actually log into an existing account. And then you would find KOT demo, and then whatever login password, or whatever your login is and your password is that was emailed to you, you're just gonna put it in right here. You sign in, and then it's gonna bring you back to your quotes page, right? Let's bring it all the way back to your quotes page, and you'll be logged into the demo account with your recommended account balance, as well as your leverage for whatever you chose, okay? So that's just literally logging in and having access to your demo account, right? For my newbies, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys are with me so far. And I'm gonna keep it pushing. Perfect. We're good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, let's keep it rolling. So now, family, this is your quotes page. This is literally, if not the most important page, because I think that would be your actual trade screen, but this is definitely the second most important page, because this is literally where you're going to find your currency pairs. You're going to figure out and understand what the broker is charging you by your spreads. All right, and you're going to understand the differences between the lows and the highs based off of the spreads, basically what prices you're going to enter into these markets. Okay, so let's get into it. Oops, there we go. That's fine. That'll do. Actually, no, let me hold on, because I want a clear view. Here we go. Boom, boom. All right, y'all. So here we are. All right. So we got AUD USD, right? This is just one pair. And underneath AUD USD, you are going to see the word spread, and then you're going to see the numbers. So any currency pair, actually, let me back up before I even get to this point. Let's really back up. On the left side is literally what your currency pair is going to be. So you have AUD USD, Euro USD, GBP USD, NZD USD, whatever the case, right? Now, I also want you guys to understand that these are not all of the currency pairs that we trade, okay? There are a number of pairs that we trade between regular Forex, between the cryptocurrencies, excuse me, y'all, between the commodities, gold, silver, metals, indices, US 30, SPX, like there's so many different pairs that we're able to trade within this market. So as you see, we only have about, I want to say 8, 9, 10 pairs on this page right here, right now. And as you can see, these numbers are fluctuating, and they're fluctuating at a very decent rate. This is because, number one, we are in the middle of prime time for New York session. So the markets are going to be a little volatile, a lot volatile, actually. You're going to have the most movements because this is the London-New York overlap. The most two liquid markets open at the same time is when you're going to get the most movements, okay? So now, before I explain, actually, yeah, now we can go back into explaining what these mean now. So we have, like I mentioned, we got AUD USD, and under AUD USD is the number 10, right? Now that beside it, it says the word spread. The spread is basically your broker's money. The spread is what's the broker's going to charge you to enter into this trade. All right. Now the numbers to the right, the furthest number that has the word high underneath it, and then the middle number that has the word low underneath it. All right. Now, when you are entering into these trades, okay, when you are entering into these trades, if you're entering in for a buy, your entry point is going to be the middle column. If you're entering in for a buy, all right, your entry point is going to be the middle column. Did I even say that right? No, I lied to you. I'm so sorry. When you enter in for a buy, your entry point is going to be the far right column, all right? When you enter in for a sell, it's going to be the middle column. Now, remember, understand that the difference between the two is the spread, which is the broker's money. When I get to the charts page, I'm going to show you guys the two different lines that you have that are going to have a little bit of space in between And what's going to happen is you're not going to enter into profit until one line passes your entry point. All right. But again, that space in between is known as the spread. And if we're gonna, let's get a little closer here, right? So as the spread is for AUD USD, you have 10, right? So what happens is it's not necessarily 10 pips. It's actually just 10 points or 10 pipettes, which means that it's only one pip. And I will get into pips and pipettes as I move on to the next screen, but bear with me as I explain this, okay? So what's gonna happen is when you have a spread of 10, between this number right here, oh, did I do that right? Here we go. Between that 9.5 and between, oh, come on now. And between this 0.5, come on, work with me. Work with me. Guys, it's not working with me. There we go. There we go. Big struggle. Between this 9.5 and then the next 0.5 is 10 points, or also known as one pip. Now, if we're gonna look at the enlarged numbers, we have 0.69 on the left, right? 0.69, and then we have the 5 and the 9, which are enlarged, right? And then we have the little small 5 at the top right-hand corner being the last number, all right? Now that number is known as your pipette, okay? And then the 9 in front of the 5 is also known as your pip, okay? And then the 5 is known as your pip to the 10s. So how do we know how to, identify our pips and our pipettes? Well, we do have a training called Pip Party hosted by our beautiful, lovely Mel, and she does a beautiful, beautiful explanation on how to count your pips with different pairs, everything from the regular Forex pairs all the way up to the indices, okay? So what we have is 595, and then we have 605. If we're just taking the difference between the two, we are going to get that 10 that the spread, oops. We're going to get that 10 that the spread is showing me. Now that I want to move this thing, it doesn't want to cooperate with me. See how life works, guys? Y'all see this? Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. We're now going to get that 10 that is being shown as a spread in between those two numbers. All right. Drop a 2 so far if you guys are understanding our quotes page when it comes to looking at your spread, knowing what your entry points are going to be. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. So now let's go back, and I'm going to show you now how you're able to actually go and add more pairs to your homepage. All right. So this is the foundations for the iPhone. We do also have a foundations that is hosted for the Androids as well. It's a little small differences, but significant enough. So if you do have an Android, please let somebody know so we can help you maneuver through the Android app. We can even host another foundations with the Android from Dom or from somebody else, okay? So top right-hand corner now, we have a blue plus sign, all right? And this is where we're gonna be able to go and add more pairs. So what you can do now is go to Forex crosses. And what you wanna do, these are literally all the regular Forex pairs that we trade. And all you're gonna do is just tap the green button. Just tap the green button so they all disappear. And what's gonna happen now is, as you go back to your home page, voila. Now we got all of our pairs sitting on our home page underneath the original pairs that were already there. And as you tap the pairs onto your screen, they're going to add in alphabetical order from the way you tapped it out, right? So as you start, I started with the AUDs, AUD, CAD, CHF, JPY, NZD, then you have the CADs, then you have the Euros, the GBP. So they go in order. The pair that you add to your screen is going to be added to the bottom of your screen, okay? Little quick cheat code. If you really want to make sure everything is truly in alphabetical order, you can literally wipe your entire screen. If you go to the left top left-hand corner, there's a little pencil sign over there, right? And if you tap that pencil sign, you are now able to modify your screen. You can move around your pairs, and you can delete them as well. So on the right side, there's a little like 3 lines over here. If you hold that down, you're able to now move your pairs around so you can organize them even better. So I'm gonna move my euro there. I'm gonna move my GBP. Ooh, maybe if I try to pick it up. I'm gonna move my GBP down with the rest of the GBPs, boom, boom. And I'm just gonna do that with every single currency pair, all right? Now, the next thing you can do is on the left-hand side, you're gonna have a circle, or you can just tap the pair itself, and you can just tap, 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 and then there's a little delete trash can in the top right-hand corner. You just hit delete, and then those pairs are no longer on your chart page, right? You go back to the pencil to kind of bring it back here, and this is where we're at, right? Last thing I'm gonna mention on this quotes page, at the top, you have simple, and you also have advanced. All right. Now I need you guys to understand, as you can see for yourselves, simple is very, very vague. There isn't a lot of information. You can't really tell the difference with the numbers. It just looks like a whole chart of gibberish to me, at least, right? So when you go to the advanced now, as much as it says advanced, you're getting a clearer depiction of the spreads, the brokers, how much they're charging, also your numbers, right? So remember, your pip counts are enlarged, right? So your pip is the first number, sorry, your pip is the second number, and then your pip to the 10th point is the first number. So if we have, let's look at USD CHF, right? We got on the low in the middle column, the 2 enlarged numbers are 9.2 as it continues to fluctuate, right? Let's just say we wanted to move up 10 pips or move down 10 pips. So going from 9.2, going down 10 pips, we are now be at 8.2, right? If we're going down 1 pip, we will be at 9.1. Okay, so that 3 that's moving up 1 pip or up or down, right? If that 9 goes down to an 8, that moved down 10 pips. If that 9 goes up to a 0 and it's now 940 whatever, then it just moved up 10 pips. All right. So this is all for the quotes page. Does anybody have any questions about the quotes page before I continue on to the charts page? Or we can drop a 3 so that we can continue on. Three, perfect. All right, cool. So now here we are, y'all. Let's go into this. All right, so here we are on our charts page. Hold on, there is something that I want to be showing. There it is, boom, boom. Okay, here we are on our charts page. One more thing, let's just put this back to 14, done, boom. All right, cool. Now, this is where you're able to look at the chart movement. You're able to look at what the candlesticks are doing. Oh no, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Let's try this again. Start broadcast, boom, boom, boom. We back in action. We here. All right, cool. So now, hey, Nick, perfect buy entry. Anyways, if you're looking at junior strategy, but anyways. So now we have our charts page, and what these are called, these are candlesticks, okay? And what these candlesticks are, they're basically showing you how the market is moving per whatever time frame you're currently sitting on. Now, what do I mean by per time frame, right? Top left-hand corner now, you have something that says AUD CAD, comma H1 at the top of the square, the top left-hand corner, and then above that, you actually have H1. So if you tap that H1 at the top, you're going to have this drop-down menu come up, and you're going to have M1, M5, M15 stands for minute 1, minute 5, minute 15, as well as minute 30, right? And then you have H1, H4, which is hour 1, hour 4. Then you have D1, day 1, week 1, and then you have MN stands for month, okay? Now, what does that mean? Whatever time frame you are currently sitting on, so we are currently on the hour, okay? So whatever time frame you are sitting on, every candlestick is going to represent that time frame. So we are on the hour time frame, so every candlestick is going to represent an hour, all right? And as this works, as you guys can see right here, we have a candlestick that is forming, and it is now 9:58, okay? So every single hour, at the top of every hour, you are going to get a new candlestick form, okay? So as we wait the next 2 minutes, we will wait for this, and I'll keep this example. We will wait for this candle to form. I'm just gonna put a vertical line on it so you guys can just see where we're at, right? We're gonna wait for this candlestick to fully form. And then at the 10 o'clock hour, you are going to see, that would have been a beautiful buy entry, man. Look at that. Bring it back. You are going to see a new candle form, okay? Now, when you have these candlesticks, I want you guys to pay attention to this, all right? As you can see, you have a body that has a color, and then you have a wick, or you have a little stick coming out of it, right? The body of the candlestick is going to show you the real market movement. It's going to show you truly what the market wanted to do. And the wick is going to show you where the market actually went during that time frame, okay? So understand that until the candle is closed, anything can happen, right? Yeah, appreciate you. And until the market is closed, anything can happen, all right? Anything can happen. But once the candle is closed, it will never reopen again. It will never, ever reopen again, all right? So for me now, I'm a little bit backwards, and I apologize for this, but my pink candles are my buy candles, and my green candles are my sell candles. Guys, please, please, please don't get confused off of my awkward colors. I like colors. I don't know why, but this is my personal preference. But generally, your buy candles are going to be either blue or green or whatever color of your preference, and then your sell candles are going to be red, more or less, okay? 10 o'clock, boom. As you see, right, this candle where the red line was is where I had marked it off. That's where the 9 o'clock candle ended, and boom, 10 o'clock came. We now have a new candle that had just formed, okay, family? And as you can see, I want you guys to really look close when it comes to this pink candle forming as a buy candle. There is already a wick that is there. That just means that price has pushed up to that point, but it came back down, okay? Now, one thing about the candlesticks, you have something called your open, your high, your close, and your low of the candle. Nothing too important. The only thing I want you guys to know is this, okay? So I am now looking at, I'm gonna do this so I can just show y'all real quick. So this, I'm looking at this same 9 o'clock candle we were just on, all right? We were just on, okay? So this is gonna be the high of the candle. This is gonna be the high right here. This is going to be the open. This is a sell candle. So the sell candle, your open is gonna be at the top of the body. Okay, for your sell candles, make sure you guys are taking notes, okay? For your sell candles, your open is gonna be at the top of the body. I'm trailing, I'm so sorry, right? Your close for your sell candles are gonna be at the bottom of the body of the candle, okay? And then your low is literally your low, however far the wick has gone down here, okay? And does anybody have any questions about candlesticks before I move on? Okay, while we're at it, I am going to do this, wrong chat, because, here we go. All right, bet. If nobody has any questions about candles, I'm going to keep it moving. Gonna keep it moving, and we're gonna now get into the RSI, okay? Now your RSI at the bottom of your screen stands for your relative strength index. And really and truly, your RSI is like one of the most basic indicators when it comes to trading Forex, okay? Relative strength index, this is basically showing you the balance in the market, where the strength of the market is in terms of what price is doing, how is price moving, and where is it overbought and where is it oversold. All right. Now let me go back in and edit my RSI settings because I actually had changed them real quick. You're going to have your 70 level, and then you're also going to have your 30 level. All right. Now at your 70 level, on the left side, it says, like from my chart, it says sell. Okay, and I'll show you as well where you can go to your indicators to add this to your chart if need be. However, guys, we do have the products, we do have the scanner, but you never know. Sometimes we're on road and sometimes we're not able to truly tap in to the product. So we kind of just want to have a general gauge on what it is that we're looking at, just in case we can't get access to a computer or anything at that point in time. Okay, so on the left side, I have sell at the top, and then I have buy down here at the bottom, just to give myself a little bit of an idea or an indication of when price is moving to a certain area, to give me a little bit of a warning of like, hey, you could possibly buy at this area, you could possibly sell at this area. Okay, cool, right? So at the 70 level, you want to remember, you want to buy low and you want to sell high. So you want to buy low and then you want to sell high, okay? Because now you're going to catch the maximum movements in the market, all right? So now, once this market reaches over 70, you've now technically hit that overbought scenario, all right? Now understand that you have 100 at the top, you got 70, you got 30, and then you got 0 at the bottom, all right? Understand that the market has to stay between 100 and 0. It can't go above 100 and it cannot go below 0. So once you see that it's hitting the 70 range and upwards, the market has been overbought and is now a time to potentially look for a sell in the market. Now, I also want you, and the same thing vice versa when it comes to the buy, right? If you see that this indicator has dropped below the 30, anywhere from 30 to the 0 range, the market has now been oversold, and you want to now potentially start looking for some sells. Now, I say potentially because these are just indicators. These are just tools and aids to help guide you along with your trading, so that you are able to get a better understanding of how the market moves, but these are not definite confirmations. You do not, I repeat, you do not take a trade based solely off the indicators, based solely off your RSI specifically. This is one of the most basic indicators when it comes to trading Forex, okay? How do you get the sell and the buy text, etc. on the RSI? Mine are blank. All right, I'm gonna show you that real quick, okay? Just give me 1 second and I'll get to it. So, 30 and below is oversold. You want to start looking for your buy areas. 70 and above is overbought. You want to start looking for your sell areas, right? So if we can see right here, the market came up to the 70 point and then it dropped, right? See over here, market came up to the 70 point and then it dropped, right? And then boom, right here as well, market went down to the 30 point and then turned around, 70 point and then dropped, okay? So it is fairly accurate. However, like I mentioned, I repeat, do not use the RSI solely to enter into your trades, okay? Now, to answer Brendan's question, how do you get the text on the levels? So I'm gonna now go into your indicators. Your cursive F at the top in the middle, that little pretty F at the top, it's going to take you to an indicator page, right? Now, if you want to add, your RSI should automatically already be on your page as you log in. Like I said, it's one of the most basic indicators. They give it to you off rip, okay? So what you want to do now, is you want to go to your main window and you can add whatever other indicators that you want to add to your chart, right? We use a couple moving averages as well. Sometimes we use the MACD, the Bollinger Bands. I'm not going to get into it. I just want to show you guys where you can access it if you do want to add it to your charts, right? Now, to go into the RSI, you're going to go to whatever window your indicator is on, right? And then you're going to go to levels. When you go to levels, you can literally just tap here, right? So area, you can do buy area, right? You can add a level. Sometimes I like to do 80, right? And then sometimes I like to do a 20, right? It all depends on you. It's all up to you. You can change the color of your levels as well. Let's just say I wanted to make mine like yellow or something. Y'all know I like green. I like colors, right? So say I wanted to make it super, super extra. Boom, boom. There we go. That's how you go in and you edit all of that, okay? I'm glad you learned something new. I'm loving it. We're learning something new every single day. All right, cool. So that's how you can go in and modify your RSI. You can go in and modify your other indicators that you can add to your chart as well. When you are on your actual MetaTrader, you can hold down the screen and you're gonna get these dots pop up when it comes to your windows, and you can now measure, move, you know, however you need to. There are, okay, I'm trying to open up, there we go. See, I have other indicators that are in here. I'm trying to open them up, but regardless, that's how you do it. You can move it around. You can adjust how big you want it, how small you want it, as well as your your chart. You can push it back to how much room you want to have after the candle. Because to my knowledge, as you open up MetaTrader 4, it's literally going to sit like this, and you can't go any further. So if you're looking at future movements, right, you want to hold it down to bring up this modification of your actual chart layout page, and you can drag it over, right? Oh, you should be, I don't know what happened. I was just doing it a minute ago. Here we go. Messed up my own chart. LOL. Anyways, you should be able to drag it over. I'm gonna fix it later, okay? So that's the charts page. Does anybody have any questions when it comes to the charts page? I lied. I'm gonna show you guys also where you can find your chart, your objects, which is the circle, the square, and the triangle. On the top right, when it comes to those three indicators at the top, right? You go here, get it? Top right, LOL. You go here, you go to add your objects, and these are the ones, I mean, whatever you're going to be using the most is going to be here automatically, or you can go to this area where it says add objects. This will open up, and then you can find whatever objects that you want to add into it, right? But like I said, guys, we do want to use the products when it comes to, I really screwed up how I can view my chart, and that's really annoying. Oh my gosh. Okay. Where was I going with that? You want to use the products when it comes to marking up your charts, just because you're going to get a different view. You're going to get some aids. You're going to get some help when it comes to figuring out what direction price is moving or whatever the case is. All right. So, and then on the left, a little plus thing is called your crosshair. This is just going to help you be a little bit more specific when you're trying to identify lines, regions, areas, right? At the bottom of the crosshair, you're going to see the date. So in the candle that I'm currently on, it says 13th of July at 11 o'clock. This is not Eastern Standard Time, so please, please, please don't get confused about that. I think this is GMT, I believe. And as well as to the right side where price is, oh, price, that's a great thing. You're going to have a number, and it's going to be the exact number of where you have that crosshair, right? So if you decide to zoom in and you want to look, hey, where does this candle, I'm looking at this pink candle right here. Where did this candle close or open up? Because it's a buy candle. Boom, it opened up at 94484, right? That's going to be your price number. Or if I want to move my stop loss into profit and I need to find my price, boom, I'm going to put it where I need it, 94696 to the right, okay? As I had mentioned earlier, family, we talked about the spread. I definitely need to fix that again. Anyways, we talked about the spread. So we have your gray line, okay? Your gray line is going to be your actual price in the market, all right? Now, understand that you are not going to enter in at actual price in the market every single time, okay? If you are entering in for a buy, your price is going to be this gray line, all right? If you are entering in for a sell, your price is going to be the red line. Now, why does that happen? Did I say that wrong? I think I did. Anyways, why does that happen is because you have the spread in between, and the broker has to make their money first. That is the whole point of having the spread, right? Let's just enter in and just let's do it so we can actually make sense of what I had just said. Cool. All right, so I did scribble a little bit. Okay, so when you're entering in for a sell, you're going to enter in for a sell at the gray line. Wherever your gray line is moving, that's going to be your sell entry. When you're entering for a buy, that is going to be your red line. Because again, like I mentioned, the brokers have to make their money first. So you are not going to move into profit until you see AUD CAD buy. You're not going to move into profit until that gray line passes your buy level. And for the sell, you're not going to move into profit until your red line passes that sell level. Okay, does that make a little bit of sense? Can we get some twos in the chat if that makes sense in terms of your broker, the spread, chart page, price? And as we mentioned, pips are the walking movements in the market. All right, so you are going to have this price jump up and down a pip or two. Basically, it's just measured movements. It's just the way we're able to measure price. We're able to identify how far price has moved up or down and how much money we're actually able to make or potentially make in the market based off of a move. Okay, now as you guys can see, I'm on the 1 minute chart, so it is moving fairly fast. So you're going to get a new candle every minute. It's the same thing again. 5 minute candle, you're going to get a new candle every 5 minutes. Once 10:15 pops up, you'll get a new 5 minute candle. You'll also get a new 15 minute candle. All right, so that's the charts page. Is everybody clear about how to read your chart page? If we're clear, can I get a yes or a no or a two or a repeat anything? Ah, I got it. There we go. Yay. Leave it. Don't touch it again. Everyone's good? Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. I want to keep it pushing because we do have 11 o'clock call as well. So now we're going to go to trade. Top right-hand corner, we have that trade button, right? So if we get a signal or a trade idea, excuse me, that gets called out, if we get a trade idea that gets called out for AUD CAD, right? Now, mind you, I had already entered into this trade twice just so I can, you know, properly answer or properly explain that last part there for you guys. But if we get a trade idea, we have AUD CAD. The first thing we can do, we can go to our quotes page. We can go and find AUD CAD. We hold down the pair or we tap the pair. We can tap it, right? No, yeah. And then we have a little menu that pops up. You have trade, you have chart, and then you have details. Details is not too important unless you really want to know, like, you know, specific details of the pair. Honestly, like I mentioned, it's nothing that we need to really worry about, okay? So we go AUD CAD, we're gonna go to either trade or chart. Trade is in red because it is literally gonna take you directly to your trade page, right? It's gonna skip over the chart. It's gonna skip over what you wanna look at, right? Or, you know, let's just, like, I'm the type of person where before I enter into a trade, I have to look at it. I got to make sure that I trust the trade or I see the move that they're calling or making. But that also comes with time. Once you've actually been in the space and understand it a little bit more, you're able to start to do your own analysis on these pairs and on these trades, right? But in the meantime, especially if you are new, definitely do your best to get into the trade as quickly as possible. Everybody is going to have different entry points, but there will be times, and let's just say this buy for AUD CAD was called. This buy was called not even, we entered in this not even 2 minutes ago. Look at this, 3 minutes ago, we entered into this trade and look how far in profit it is. That's why time is very, very key when it comes to entering into these trades, because you could have that move happen and then you miss it. If you enter into this trade 3-5 minutes later, you're going to get an entry way up here. Now look at where your entry is, way at the top. Meanwhile, my entry is down here where this pink line is, right? There was a huge difference. It's literally a whole 10 pip difference between my entry and your entry. So it's very, very key that you actually enter into these trades as quickly as you possibly can, all right? So AUD CAD, You're gonna hold down, you can go to chart, check the chart, or you can go straight to the trade page. Now let's talk about the trade page, all right? This is where we actually enter into our trades, all right? So now we have AUD CAD at the top with a little arrow to the right-hand side of it, okay? Now what you can do is you can actually, instead of going back to your quotes page, you can now tap this at the top, and let's just say we're going to enter into AUD CAD, right? Let's just say we opened up CAD CHF by accident. Cool. We go to our trade page. We're just going to hit this drop down menu and we're going to go back and find AUD CAD. It's going to be right here. All right. Another thing about this drop down menu with your currencies, you are going to have every single currency as it is laid out on your chart page. So whatever order you have it in on your chart page, it's how it's going to show up over here. Okay, so you're not going to have to overly search, or you're not going to have to fish it out. Just the way as you set it up, and you know how you're going to set it up, that's how the pairs are going to show up here. Okay, cool. So now we also have underneath AUD CAD, we have something called market execution. All right, now market execution means just that. As you hit sell by market or buy by market, I'm so sorry. As you hit sell by market or buy by market, you are going to end up in the market at the moment you hit sell or buy. Okay, literally, the moment you hit it, boom, the trade is live for you. It is an open trade, it's an open position. All right. So now we have market execution. Now we have two different or three different types of orders, right? We have market execution, which I just explained to you. We also have our limit orders. So we have buy limits and sell limits. And we also have our stop orders, which is buy stops and sell stops, okay? If any of you guys have that picture or that chart that explains the limits and the stop orders, please do me a favor and drop it into the chat. I put it on mute, so I don't know if it's already been done. I really appreciate y'all. So your limit orders now, on a quick example, your limit orders are basically, you are waiting. Let's go back to the chart real quick. All right. If you have a limit order, you are waiting, right? Let's say your entry point, let's say we're looking at where price is right now. Okay. Your entry point is going to be where this pink line is. All right. Now, what you want to happen when it comes to your limit orders, you want price to come up to this line. And then you want it, oops. Then you want it to drop back. This is a sell limit, okay? Meaning your entry point is above where current price is. You want it to go up and trigger a level, and then you're expecting it to reverse. Limit orders are reversals, okay? So this is going to be your sell limit. Now let's do it on the flip side. If we have a buy limit, we want the market where my price is currently at to move down to this line. This pink line is your entry point. It's going to activate, and then you want the market to end up buying. Okay. So remember, limit orders are reversals. All right. Now let's get into what stop orders are. All right. Your stop orders are basically going to be your continuations. All right. Your stop orders are your continuations. So what does that mean? Let's use our entry point again up here, right? This is where price currently is at the bottom. What's going to happen is you're waiting for price to hit this level, right? You're waiting for price to hit this level. And then basically you're waiting for price to continue past this level, right? You might get a possible pullback. The market doesn't move in a straight line from point A to point B. Remember that, right? So you might get a little possible pullback a little bit right here, but essentially you want the market to continue to go in that same direction. So this is a buy stop, okay? This is a buy stop. Price is down here. Price is down here. You want it to go. Here's your entry point, trigger, and then continue to buy, right? And then vice versa for the sell, okay? Let's say your price is up here. Your entry point is here. You want it to trigger and then continue to sell. All right. Can I get a 3 in the chat if you guys understand your pending orders?
3.
Perfect. Perfect. Everyone else is understanding pending orders? Does anybody want me to repeat pending orders real quick? Now let me know. We're good. Give me another 3 seconds, 2 seconds. All right, moving on. So now back to the trade page now. At the top, underneath market execution, you see the number that says 0.02, okay? Now 0.02, this is your lot size. And what your lot size is now how much money are you risking per pip, per movement, or per step the market takes, okay? So now in terms of our lot sizes, if anybody has that chart as well on the Supreme chart and how to count your lot sizes, please drop that in chat as well for me, please. So when you have a point, let's put it down to 0.01, right? Now your 0.01 equals to 10 cents per pip, right? So every pip the market moves, you are either going to gain or lose 10 cents. Now, the way I look at it when it comes to the lots, in terms of a 0.01, I'm not looking at it as a penny lot. I'm literally looking at 0.01 as just one lot. 0.02, that's just 2 lots. 0.03, that's just 3 lots, right? Basically meaning 1 lot equals 10 cents. Okay, so if I have 2 lots, that equals 20 cents. If I have 3 lots, that equals 30 cents. Because once you start to look at it like this, you see 0.01, you may think it's a penny. You may think it is a penny every pip, but no, it's actually 10 cents every pip, right? So 0.01 is 10 cents per pip. 0.10 is equal to $1 per pip, all right? And then 1.0 is equal to $10 per pip. This is your standard lot size. 0.10 is your mini lot size, and then 0.01 is your micro lot size, all right? Now, let's go find a trade. Let's go find something that was open, dropped. Let's see what we got in the trade channel. Trusty trade channel. Buy limit SPX. Okay, boo, I like it. Let's do GBP USD. All right, let's use a regular pair. So what's going to happen is, guys, you're going to get a trade signal sent out to your phone through Telegram. Y'all should be in these chats. If you're not in the trade channels, please reach out to your upline so that we can get you in it. All right. Now, you're going to get the pair that you're entering into. So GBP USD. You're going to get the time frame that the trade was found on. You're going to get whether it is a limit, whether it is a stop, whether it is a buy or a sell or a market execution. All right. So these are going to be the basic things that you're going to look for. The currency pair, you're going to look whether it's a buy or a sell, and you're going to look to see if it's a pending order, a stop or a limit, or a market execution. All right. The next most important information is going to be your parameters. So you have your entry points, you have your SL, which equals your stop loss, and then you have your TP equals your take profit, all right? Now, these are going to be the numbers that you're going to copy and paste into your MetaTrader 4, all right? So all you got to do is open it up just like this, and you just got to flip through. So first, I'm going to go find GBP USD. Boom, GBP USD, cool. I'm going to adjust my stop, parameters. I'm going to adjust my lot size. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to go and check GBP USD. This is a buy limit. You have to check what kind of order it is first before you input the numbers, because the numbers will disappear if you put them in before checking the order. So we're going to go to buy limit, right? Now I'm just going to copy and paste. My entry point is 1.24760. 1.24760. I'm to find my SL, my stop loss, 1.24259, 1.24259, and then I'm going to find my take profit, which is 1.25990. 1.25990. Okay. Now, family, if you guys ever mess up typing these in and you don't know like how to delete or whatever the case is, you can literally swipe to your left. That clean number is going to come up, and it'll just wipe out the number completely for you. All right. Because when you do tap that box, a number will pop up. So what was that last number? 1.25990. Going to hit place. And now what's going to happen is you are now that we're moving on to this page here, you are now going to have your order at the bottom of your list. Okay, so let's get into your actual your positions page, your trade page, right? As you can see, I had entered into a couple trades earlier, AUD CAD, 2 buys and a sell, all right? Any of your open active orders are going to be at the top where it says positions, because these are live. These are the trades that you're currently sitting in, okay? To the right-hand side is going to show you whether you are in profit or whether you are in the negative. If you're in the negative, you see it's red with a negative sign. If you are in profit, you see it's blue with no sign, all right? As well, you can see at the top of your screen, when you are in overall profit, it's going to show you your amount, whatever overall amount you're in, whether it's the negative or the positive with all of your trades, you're going to be you're going to have a red bar at the top if you're in the negative overall, or you will have a blue bar at the top if you are in the positive overall, okay? Your pending orders are going to sit under your open positions. So as we mentioned, we just opened up GBP USD, all right? Same thing, your currency pair is going to be to the left of it, and you see some numbers underneath it as I opened up the trade, right? So you have SL is your stop loss. That's the stop loss price we put in. We have TP, which is your take profit. That's the take profit number we put in. And then we also have your entry, which is right underneath the currency pair, where it says 0.05. That's letting you know what lot size you want to enter into this trade at, as well as the price at which you want to enter into this trade at, which is 1.24760. Okay, to the right side of the pending order, you are going to have where price is currently sitting at, so you can see how far price is from hitting your entry point. Okay, so if we go to charts, we could also do that. Let's move that. That's crazy. The price almost came right to where your entry was too. That's real crazy. Shout out Nick, yo. Real sniper entries. But then you're going to be able to see where's your TP level, where's your entry level, and where's your stop loss level. Now, to get to this area, you want to go to your settings, or you can hold down your trade or tap your screen, sorry, and go to your settings at the bottom right here. And you want to turn on your ask price line, family, and you want to turn on your trade levels. Those are going to show you whenever you do have your trades open, whatever trades you do have, they're going to show you the levels of those trades on your chart, so you can see how far price is or isn't from your trades, all right? Now let's go back. Now, let's look at the top. So when we have at the top of the screen, we have our balance, we have our equity, we have our margin, we have our free margin, and we have our margin percent level, okay? Now to the right of those words, we actually have the balance, which is how much money we have in our account. Your equity, right? Your equity is literally going to be how much money am I going to have after I close out all of these trades, right? And then your margin, I believe that's just the money the broker puts away for you. And then you have a free margin, and then you have your margin percent level. All you need to know in terms of those last three, your margin percent level. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to have your margin percent level drop under 100, right? You don't want to have it, once you see it dropping between 200 and 100 or 200 and 150, do not enter into any more trades. You are at the risk of blowing your account. You have over leveraged at some point. You are going to get margin called. What margin calling means is all of these numbers that you see, your balance, your equity, your margin, your free margin, and your percent level are going to flash red. They're going to flash red, which means that you do not have enough money to handle the trades or to handle the swings of the trades that you're currently sitting in. So what's going to happen is the broker is literally going to take you out of these trades without you even knowing it or without you manually doing it. Remember, family, at the end of the day, we are dealing with real money. We are dealing with real people at the other end of these accounts that are watching to make sure that we don't overdo it. Watching to make sure that, you know, if we decide to mess up, they're going to capitalize off that, right? This is not a game. This is literally like somebody's going to take your money. Do not over leverage your account, okay? So this is that's how you look at the top and read the top there, okay? So 100, it will start to flash red. Be very mindful if you see your percent level drop between 200 and 150. Be very, very mindful of that. Do not enter into any more trades, okay? Now, let's look at closing our trades. If we swipe to the left, we're going to get a couple icons pop up. The first one to the left, that check sign in the circle, is going to be your close. Then you have the pencil, which means you can go back and modify your trade, right? Just to say you didn't put in a stop loss or a take profit. You can go back and put in a stop loss. We're in for a buy. And you can go back and put in a take profit. Boom, modify. And now you've just added some parameters to your trade. Boom, boom, and there we go, right? Totally random, nothing too serious. But as you can see, family, since we've been on this call, as I had mentioned, you want to be very, very mindful of when you enter into these trades. It flashes when you blow your account. Yes, 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 definitely flashes when you're about to blow your account. It gives you a whole big red thing. You don't want that thing to be flashing red. You don't want it. I promise you don't want it, because next thing you know, trades are just going to close automatically and you're just going to lose all your money. I promise you. What I was saying is timing is very, very key. We've been on this training for not too long now, and the market actually pushed up so far that you would have now been about 30 pips in profit from entry. Somewhere around there. About 20 to 30 pips in profit from entry point. All right. Now, when it comes to closing your trade, as I mentioned, you swipe to the left, you're going to get these icons pop up. The little check sign is going to be closed. Now, what you can do is, I'm in profit $3 and some change. So I want to take my profit. So I'm going to hit close with profit. Boom. The trade is gone off of my main page. And if we go to our history, now this is going to be where all of the transactions are going to be. This is going to be where your trades hit TP. They're going to show up here. If they hit stop loss, they're going to show up here. It's going to show how much money you've deposited or withdrawn, and it's going to show you your balance at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, or however you decide to customly figure out your balance. Okay. So that's the history page. Going back one more time to the close, you can, if you have a lot size that's bigger than a 0.01, so anything a 0.02 and up, you can do what's called a partial close. Now, when we are swimming in profit, like for this trade, we are in profit about $2. So I'm going to secure some profit. So what's going to happen, because I am in this trade for bigger than a 0.01, I can take part of this trade out the market and I can leave the rest in it. So I'm going to put in a 0.01, close with profit. Cool. So now what I just did is I took 83 cents out the market. I took part of this trade that I entered into in profit. I took it out and secured that profit. Meanwhile, I left part of it still open. So the trade is still going to continue to run for me. The trade is going to continue to still make money for me. This is a way we are able to maximize our profits, okay? And be sure to hop on the maximizing profits calls, because it is going to make more sense, and you're going to go more in depth when it comes to how you're able to actually maximize your profits in different areas for this entire opportunity. All right. That is how you close out your trades. This is your trade page. We talked about the history. That is basically it for the basics when it comes to the MT4 and how to plug into your trades. Does anybody have any questions, any comments, anything they want me to go over really quick before I let you guys go? Quick reminder, we do have our GEMS recap at 11 a.m. So y'all let me know if everybody is good. Drop a 5 in the chat if we're all good, if we all understand how to use the MetaTrader 4. If we learned something new about the MetaTrader 4 today, maybe you didn't know about. I hope you guys were super, super locked in and got a better understanding of how to maneuver through this app. And make sure that we are tapped in so that we can really, really take advantage of the signals that are coming out. All right. Boom, boom, boom. That's it from me. That's it. That's all. Y'all gonna see me in about 20 more minutes. So let me go and refresh, clean up, prepare so I can come to y'all with some more gems. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for being being here first thing in the morning. Let's continue to in. Don't forget about the raffle at the end of the week. The more you show up, the more you engage, the more you participate, you will be able to win a chance to make some moolah, to fund your account, to pay your monthly, however you want to swing it. Let's get to it, guys. Love y'all.